Uh, hey, Coach, can you just kind of take us through the with the quarterbacks in the second half with Jaden's injury and then Victor coming in, then Jaden coming back in, and just kind of how that all played out?
Um, at halftime, um, Jaden got banged up at the end of the half there, and we weren't sure he was going to go. He was going to try to go, um, and went with Victor. I think Jaden started feeling a little better on the sideline, wanted to go back in, um, and then couldn't do it completely. Didn't feel as confident as you should as a quarterback getting in there. So I went with Victor, and then Cam came in and did a nice job.
And then has Victor done something in practice that you think has kind of elevated him to maybe being that 2-3 role with Jared out?
I think him and Cam, they split the reps. We felt like we were gonna throw it to win. We felt Victor, it's really close. Cam came in and I think showed us a little bit more. We'll see how everyone's healthy and who we're going to go with versus Utah.
Armani Marsha played a really good game coming back from an injury last week. Can you just kind of talk about what you saw from him today out there?
He just cares a lot, and it's very important to him. I think he plays well most times he's out there, or the majority of the time he's out there. So he's a wonderful teammate, and he's just very diligent in his preparation. And when you do that, there's usually equals a good performance.
And then lastly, just 13 touches for Max. I think just 3 or 4 in the second half. Was USC showing you something that you felt like it was going to be a little bit tougher to try and run the ball as you were starting to play catch up?
No, I started to get out of hand a little bit, so started throwing it a little bit more. But first half was good. Wish we got that fourth down, that red zone when we turned it over on downs. I don't think that could have gave us a little boost. But I thought Max ran hard.
Thanks, Coach.
Thank you.
Again, if you have a question for Coach Rolovich, please raise your hand and we'll call on you. Coach, next question is going to be from Squabo, the Daily Evergreen. Go ahead, Squabo.
Coach, what allowed you guys to be so successful offensively and defensively early on in the ballgame?
Well, I think we had a good mentality. Credit to SC and Dante for keeping a minute. Jackson Dart came in and played really well. Looked like he got banged up a little bit, but toughed it out and made some big time throws. He's a hell of a player. That Drake London, that he's a tremendous player. Made some big plays in the second half for him. But I think we had a good mentality coming in, and then just game kind of got away from us when we started turning the ball over and not converting on third down in the second half.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right, Coach, next question is going to be from Colton Clark, the spokesman of you. Go ahead, Colton.
Hey, Coach, can you put your finger on where this thing began to turn? Was it when you had to go out without Delora? Was it giving up the touchdown late in the first half, the fumble on the kickoff? Was there maybe a shift in one of those moments?
Oh, I don't know if I could put. They all probably had a little bit of responsibility in turning the game a little bit, but we'll see that after as we look at the film.
With Cabalison, did you have to get a bit conservative, and you think that lost the spark in the offense?
I don't think we went conservative. We just were ineffective, and I'm not sure. I got to see the film, but I'm not sure it all falls on Victor's shoulders either.
Yeah. I suppose Drake London, you talked about him a little bit, but he was as advertised. I noticed some linebacker coverages on him. Were there some coverage lapses in trying to guard that guy?
Just mixing up zone coverages. I mean, sometimes in zone when he comes in the middle, he's it's not always man to man. I don't think we put a man to man or a linebacker on him man to man. I don't think that happened. But sometimes when he comes inside, you can deal with linebackers in zone. I think that may be what you saw.
Thank you.
Coach, next question is going to be Joe McHale, Spokane TV. Go ahead, Joe.
Coach, yeah, after giving up 45 unanswered, just what's the message to the team in the locker room?
We got to stay together. We got to check the film, see where we went wrong, see how we can get better. We have a long season in front of us. That's a good team. I think we missed opportunities to put some real heavy pressure on them in the first half, and they did a nice job scoring right before half. But yeah, it's not a great feeling.
And then obviously, we talked a little bit about the defense giving up 45, not great, but what can you say about just the front seven? It seemed like you guys stopped the run pretty well today. What did you say how they played?
I'd agree. I don't know let me look at the, did a nice job stopping the run and did a nice job giving us opportunities in the first half. But if you can't get a first down in the third quarter, and I don't even know how many we had in the second half, you're putting your defense, they're just on the field too many plays. And, this is a team game. Everyone needs to do their job and carry some of the weight. And, we had lapses on all three sides, I would say.
All right, Coach, got a couple more. Theo Lawson, spokesman review. Go ahead, Theo.
Yeah, you guys have had 4 games since you took over where you've led by double digits in the first half and wound up losing. How do you explain that those meltdowns and having 4 of those in the 7 games that you've been coached there?
Yeah, I didn't know that. Not sure how to answer that, Theo. We definitely got to pick up our red zone game, our third down. Offensively, we haven't been great in backed up situations. But I appreciate you bringing that up, and we'll look at it and discuss it.
Is there a lack of mental toughness that you've been able to notice so far, or do you kind of chalk it up to other things happening?
I don't think so. I don't think you could put this on. I don't think you put that assumption on these young men. I think I have to look at myself. We have to look at the coaching staff and see, where we can get better and improve and put these kids in position to make plays and be successful. And that's a good football team now. That's a talented football team.
All right, Coach, next question is going to be Brenna Green, Spokane TV. Go ahead, Brenna.
Hi, Coach. Just kind of following up on that. You've complimented your team's mental toughness this year. Does this game make you doubt that at all, or just
No.
what are your kind of thoughts on that right now?
No, it doesn't. We lost the game. It doesn't. I don't think it has any indication on how much these guys care. I don't think they've sacrificed more than, I can't speak on other teams in the country, but what they've gone through the last 2 years and the tightness of the group, I think is something they should be proud of. And I think I would not question their mental toughness right now.
Do you think that had any factor in today's loss, or do you think it was other things?
Well, I think we played a good team that made some plays, and we didn't, like I said, didn't take advantage of the opportunities we had, especially in the first half. The fourth down stop down there was definitely one I think that could have changed the game.
Thank you.
All right, Coach, our last question is going to be John Blanchette from Spokesman Review. Go ahead, John.
Nick, regarding that red zone opportunity in the first half, obviously there was a ball dropped in the end zone, but the 3 running plays kind of went nowhere. Did they pick up on something that you were doing, or was it an execution issue on those plays?
I think one was a communication malfunction, and then when you're playing zero coverage down there, we just felt we can get some push and get it in for a yard. Weren't able to get it done. But yeah, the thought we had with the drop ball, I think the ball was just a tad late, but we can still make that catch and put that ball in the end zone.